It's now time for In Perspective.
All right, good afternoon, listeners. We're a proud people. We're an independent people. And come the 6th of this month, just in 3 days, we'll celebrate our independence. And I'd like to draw into perspective a very troubling development that I realized that has been unfolding since this government took office some almost 3 years ago. It appears, listeners, that we're operating on a mantra from this government that says, do as I say, but not as I do. You see, since they took office, they have been extraordinary in spending. And I want to say that extraordinary and exorbitant approach to spending in the context of a national broadcast, a joint broadcast. I believe it was called unprecedented in the Commonwealth, that a prime minister and a finance minister appeared to the nation at the same time. And in that broadcast, we had our prime minister, true to form, and I don't doubt her sincerity, her honesty. At the time, I didn't doubt it. She appealed to Jamaica that, listen, we're about to enter into a period of severe austerity and economic hardship. And it was necessary, she said, listeners, that we all did some belt tightening. She said it was necessary that spending be curtailed. And she asked the Jamaican people to hold faith with the government and bear with the government. Since then, listeners, we've heard reports of lavish Christmas parties at ministries, expensive travels with large delegations. And I have to wonder, where is the approach coming from the government at austerity? Is this do as I say and not as I do? The PM and the finance minister constantly, almost every occasion they ask us for sacrifice. Yes? There's no such action by the government. We can't point to the action. All we're seeing, again, is this do as I say and not as I do. You see, the cold, hard truth, listeners, is that in politics, optics matter. And the PNP apologists who tell you otherwise, don't listen. Optics matter. It matters how things seem. And the government must be seen to be in solidarity with the people. And that's an approach taken the world over, where even though it's symbolic, and we know it's symbolic, and we know it won't resound to any significant saving, but the people feel that there's a government, in the words of the Prime Minister, that is caring, that understands, that sympathizes, and that stands in solidarity with them. So we see pay cuts, we see cabinet slash. We don't see that from this government. We just hear that this is the size of the cabinet and this is what is needed to bring the country out of hardship. And people have said they can point to at least 4 ministers that need to go, that aren't worth the salary. But let's move beyond that. And we come to what is going to unfold on August 6th, our Independence Gala. And as I said when I began, we're a proud people and we're an independent people and certainly worth celebrating. But I'm not so sure the cost of that celebration needs to be $57 million. And that's what's been announced by the Director of Culture, Dele Harris. And I ask you, listeners, is it feasible? Is it necessary at this time? And shouldn't the government be leading the austerity train? Is this a government of do as I say and not as I do? What is the long-term cultural impact of spending $57 million in a day on what amounts to a massive party? What's the impact of that? What's the long-term cultural or independence impact of that? I can't point to it, and I want you to ponder it. And I want you to ask yourselves, might not the money be better spent on other initiatives which would allow Jamaicans to better achieve what I characterize as financial independence? Shouldn't the government be looking to see how that $57 million could go a further way in improving paths, in improving the education sector, the health sector, things that will rebound to actual long-term positive for the holistic independence of the Jamaican people? And then, listeners, if we feel, and I know there's some of us who do feel, that we must spend this money on the independence celebrations and on culture generally, might not it have been spent better if we had gone after other cultural pursuits? The renovation of the Ward Theatre, for example. That's a lasting cultural monument that is just rotting downtown. And so $57 million could go a far way in renovating that. And that would have a long-term cultural benefit for the country. And we could look at that as a symbol of independence. Because the time is coming when the people of this country will see through the insincere and disingenuous pleas of this government. And when that time comes, this country will choose a government who will do as they say, and they will act as they expect us to do. And that's very important, listeners. It's important that the government do as they say and that they act as they expect us to do. And I ask you again, is this a government of do as I say and not as I do? And that's In Perspective.
That was In Perspective.